Namaste and very good morning to everyone. Today's session is about how fast we can do certain things online with client engagement as our motive, wherein we do certain things so that we can inspire a client with certain things and they get things executed. The first part which we will do is a sustainability matrix. You call it a financial plan also. But since mutual fund distributors should not be using the word financial plan, so the sustainability matrix is a beautiful way to use it. Let me tell you that in whatever we do in sustainability matrix, it is on one page wherein you can actually motivate your client to fix the amount of SIPs and also create a goal for him for a particular or few goals. So that we will do, and you will see how we all can do it in 3 to 4 minutes. Okay, and it is as simple as that. The second part which we will do is fund suggestion. Now, as a mutual fund distributor, you can do one thing, and that is called you give him a assistant, and you actually are not suggesting but you are doing a initial advice. Okay, so this is called on certain parameters, certain basis. So there is something which we will do is there is something which we want to let's say suggest or refer, like a flexi cap fund or a large cap fund, mid cap fund. Now, in that category, which is the fund which is good, what we can do, how we can identify, how we can give it to him, and what is the fund which you should be giving. All looks good. ICICI, HDFC, Templeton, Mirai, all are good. But in that particular category, fundamentally, which is looking better, what is the basis on which you are doing this? That is something which we need to share. So we will do that in 2 to 3 minutes on your phone app. You can just do it. That's what we will understand. And the third part is various calculators. Okay, so like let's say a client wants that I want to see the comparison of five different SIPs of five different funds. Now, how you can compare that on one page and share it with an investor, and that can be your own branded page. Now, if the client wants to see, if he wants to use his retirement corpus and want to get something out of that, like systematic withdrawal plan or systematic investment plan or systematic transfer plan or the rolling returns, how you can do that instantly and share it with your investors through a particular system, maybe on your phone or maybe on your laptop, how you can do that. So this is what we will be discussing. That's all for today. These are the 3, 4 things which we will be discussing. And further, if there is any question, we will do it. We'll try to wrap up and finish this whole session within 45 minutes. And that's the idea. Any questions before we begin? Or is it all set? Fine. Good.
No questions, all set, ready to begin.
Okay. So let's do the first part, which is very, very interesting. And for that, what you all have to do is first, see, for all this, you need tools. Okay. Now, many of us in this group are already FFF Pro members or volatility coaches. For them, the access is for the life or for a year. Okay. For rest of us, you need to go to this volatilitygame.com. I will copy this link and I can share it also. Yes. So in the chat, let me share. This is a link. So I've already shared that in the chat books. So once you go there, there is this login and sign up for free. So all of you can sign up for free, and this is a 7-day access. Okay, so you will get all the details here. Now, once we log in and you put your email address and all, okay, so you will get. Now, there are quite a number of things. A lot of things are like software and other things, which is again for volatility coaches and FFF Pro members. But now, first of all, what we will do is this one-page financial plan, okay, which we call sustainability matrix. This name will change. And this is once you give a link to anyone, you will get all the data here. in your access. Let's say you are doing one IAP and you have shared a link of this particular column. Let's say I click this, so you like this. If I share this link with you, and if you follow, fill up all these forms, all your data will come to me. Okay. So similarly, when you do the same thing, okay, your data as the client's data will come to you. Okay, so that's how the whole thing will work now, and that you can see on the thing. And this is a one-page thing wherein the risk profiling and all. See how fast we are doing it. So you can put the photograph of a client and all. Let's say you write the name Nishant Kumar. Let's say Nishant is a client. You write his email address. You write his mobile number. You write his date of birth. Let's say 50,000 per month expense, and then you do his risk profiling. So these are some of the questions wherein you just answer them. This is what he is willing to invest, increase the holding, high return. So in this case, what comes? His equity proportion should be around 60%, debt 30, and 10 in cash. So next, once you do that, that risk profiling is done. And then these are all editable. Huh? You can write anything like Chirag's education, and then either maybe the name of the children, education.
Can we
And
give
things like,
access of this to the client so that he can modify this on his own also?
yeah, that's the link, no? The link which I shared with you, he can just write anything and everything there with
Okay.
his expense and all. And it takes for him maybe a minute or so, not more.
Yeah.
And once that is done, then the details and data come with you, you can update. So it is not that he need to update. It's better that you update and give it.
Perfect.
So, and then rate of return, if you want to make it 15 or whatever you want. And the term, let's say this you want to make 18, and the retirement you want to make 19, and for education 20, or whatever suits you, whatever way you write. And this amount, if you want to increase, and this amount, let's say you want to reduce, or it is up to you depending on this is the current value. If you want to retire, what is the amount you need? If you want to uh, have the child education fund right now, this is the amount, and this is going to be the future value, and this is the monthly thing required, and then you just click the next. Now, on one page, financial plan or the sustainability matrix of Nishant comes with his date of birth and all everything, and his picture and all, and these all these things are there. Now you can just do a download. Okay, so once the download is done, it is also visible, evident. You can just see that. So it comes, and you can actually make this PDF. And how much time did it take? Not even 3 minutes. So once you have done this, you just share it with your investor, and he will be able to uh, see this. And if a little bit of addition, deletion, modification is required, that can easily be. Let me open this. So this way, no, this whole PDF can be shared. So in this, you will have all the data and all, everything with the sheet and all, and with the photograph of the slide. So this way, what you have seen that we have just created a whole sheet, and it took us few minutes, and it is on one page, wherein no a client should be investing 1,239 rupees, or maybe 2,000 rupees for this SIP, or maybe 4,400 for this and emergency fund, or whatever the. See, we have only kept here 6 goals and not many. The only reason is this is not a detailed plan. We are just doing a very small one-page plan, so that no, after you have done an engagement activity with your clients and all things like that, you can actually share the whole thing with your investors and get the mind share. Got it? So now let's move to the next part, which is again very, very uh, fast, and we all can get into that thing also. So that comes the once you have done this, Then you have to select a fund. Okay. And for that, this mutual fund analysis is there. Okay. And these one-page financial plan data will come to you. This detailed plan is like 40-50 page. This is exclusively for volatility coaches. But at least these two things are very, very good and fast, which we all can do. So now we will do this mutual fund analysis. Now, in mutual fund analysis, how we can do, how things can be done very, very fast. If let's say you want to suggest to a client on a particular fund, uh, yes, you all can. So there is a disclaimer which comes. Now, first thing is we have to see how many data, how much of data is there. So we have all these datas, Sharpe ratio, standard deviation, tenor ratios, 1 month, 3 months, 6 months. So you can tick and untick all of them, and whatever you want, you can keep it, and whatever you don't want, you can remove it. So this is also something very easy and simple to understand. Now, once this is done, then you have to select a category. Let's take a category, large and mid cap. Let's take an example. Okay. Or and we also include also large caps, large and mid cap and large cap. So we see that around 44 such funds are there in this category. So now, once you have decided on this, you close it. So out of so many stocks, only these stocks come. Now, how to identify one more filter? Let's take only funds or which is over 500 crore. So once you do that, you see 35 stocks, 35 funds have come. Okay. So now there are some parameters. Let's say 3 years return. You click this, then what happened in descending order, you will get everything. Like the topmost fund in last 3 years is Quant, and that has given 39% return. The second best is 21%, is ICICI, then HDFC, and then Nippon. So we have got these four funds. Now, again, there are various other when we are doing the ratio analysis, you just click this. See again, ICICI and HDFC come in top two. Nippon and Quant has gone a little down. Okay, Mahindra is also there. Maybe no Mahindra also you can click. And something which has gone down, you consider them, we can remove them also if they further go down. And then again, ICICI, Mahindra, Nippon is there, HDFC, Quant. So if you want to have only, let's say, 5 funds, so these are the 5 funds which is there. And then standard deviation, beta, all these things are there. So I've just taken, let's say, information ratio. Quant goes last. So if we want to have only 4 funds, so these are the 4 funds we suggested. So now let's say if you want to do, not do with maybe no Mahindra, so you can remove, or if you want to keep it, you can keep it. And once you have done it, then it is like that. So you just compare the fund. Once you have put compare, you can download in form of Excel or you can view the report. Let's view the report. So when you view the report, you get it with your logo, with your all these things you will have to put in first. Huh? All these details come. So with this and further details, then you can just download this. And this you can do it on your phone also. So once you download and see, and this report comes, and you just take a and share it. So this is the PDF which comes with your logo and all, and like that. Let's say large cap. This is first is the return. Second is all the ratios and the AUM and the P ratios and the fundamental. And the third part is the large cap, mid cap, small cap. Although we are considering large cap and mid cap, but you will have to see how much, what is the percentage of large cap and the category. So you know that these are the details. And now once you are sharing this, number one, these fundamentally are better than others. It is not that other funds are bad, but they are better than others. And there is some basis on which you have shared it with your investors. So similarly, you can do the same thing for all the equity funds, debt funds, large cap, mid cap, hybrid funds, anything. So we have a separate masterclass for that, where you know how to do the ratio analysis. Each and every ratio you will understand. Each and every ratio's definition, formulas are also shared, and what are the ratios which should be higher, what are the ratios which should be lower, Okay, let's take an example, expense ratio. The lower, the better. Standard deviation. Okay, and certain other like beta. If you want to have how much riskiness is, how much risky the fund is, how much the movement of the fund will be more than the normal growth of the market or less the growth of market. So all these things, once you do that session, you will understand everything, and then you can use this whole backend software for the rest of your life. Then it becomes easy and comfortable. So I'm not getting into the details of further debt funds, or if you want, I can do that one also for one of the debt funds calculations, and we will take it further from there. Do you want me to do one for the debt fund also? Yes, no, that bigger.
Let's have a look at debt funds also, because that will be more tricky.
So once you close this, maybe one. The only thing is the way we take certain data here for debt funds. Obviously, the data selection will be different. And let's select a category of. Let's select the dynamic bond.
Credit risk.
Credit risk also. Should we do one or both together?
We should take one category at a time. Both are different categories. Dynamic is different. Great.
Credit risk fund, fine. So this is what we have done. If you want to have a AUM thing, then finally we are only left with, let's say, 8 of them. And in this, no, there are some filters which you need to, sorry. So certain changes. Like in this, no, these average maturity and all this is very much required. And certain other things like P ratio, large cap, mid cap is not required. So this is automatically happening. But if you want, you can change it with your own way. Now, what is the most important thing over here is the YTM. The more the YTM, more the expected returns are. Let's say Nippon's this particular fund is expected to give this much. But now there is something which is called expense also. So now YTM, it's not good to take YTM, but good to understand the net YTM. Now maybe no 9.02 is the YTM, but the net YTM is 7.39. So investor is going to expect this much of return because there is an expense also along with that. And this is the AUM, assets under management. Now, considering this, this particular fund of Nippon and Bank of Baroda BNP and these 4 funds looks good. Okay, considering. Now, you also see the AUM. If the AUM is 163 crores only, so I think we can avoid, or many, if we write it like 200 CR and above, that fund will anyway go away. So, as we can see, we are anyway in the top 3 as far as YTM is concerned. Now, the next part, if you want to see, is the how much is the AAA, AA, or sovereign. Okay, so this way and AA and all things like that. So you can just see that. Now the Nippon, you see, we have 10 plus 15 plus 23. On the other side, ICICI is 21, 7 plus 33. So if you see above A and all, this looks a little more, but here the duration is 4. So based on this, basically we can do a little more filtration, and iske andar maybe information ratio is anyway every time good to consider and see. And in this again, ICICI and HDFC's information ratio looks to be better. So maybe you can suggest when it comes to credit risk fund, these 2 funds for your investors. Okay. So now we can compare them, we can see the report, and that's it. And you can download and share it. Done. So this way now, basically you have done it for a debt fund also. Now, the next part which we will do is the volatility calculators. Okay. Now, this are very interesting calculators. So here also, no, we are changing a lot of formatting and all for these calculators and all. So the reporting format is undergoing a little changes. Let's take an example of, let's say, SIP. Uh, there are so many SIPs. Okay, so ELSS. Okay, so frequency, say monthly, installment. You just write them 10,000. Now here you can select. So there are quite a number of them. Uh, Growth option of this, or maybe no, Bandhan is there, or whatever you want. Here you are not doing that analysis. Once you have done the ratio analysis, then is the time you just do a comparison. Like let's say we have identified these three SIPs. Okay. And if you want to see from 2014 onwards, and then till date. Today. So once this is done, you search and you get everything. And this whole thing you can actually download and present it to your investor in a format. So all these three funds, their current value, if this was done 10,000 per annum, amount you have invested, okay, the latest NAV, and finally the return and all everything that also comes. This is the return, like 18% in one case, 14 in another, and 15 in another. So Bandhan has given you 18%. And the detailed thing is also there, where you can just see the whole detail. But I think the top report is good enough to share and understand and compare. And based on that, you can actually do the comparison. Same
Can we
thing is
also do this for the SWP return calculator?
yeah.
SWP return calculator.
Yeah. So STP is also there, and systematic withdrawal plan is also there. This is very good for retirement planning. Okay. So here you will have to understand two funds we'll have to select. One is a debt fund without any exit load, which is giving you maybe between 6 to 7% return. And from there, it is going to a equity fund. So that, or no, systematic withdrawal is anyway, sorry, I was talking about STP. Systematic withdrawal is maybe a hybrid fund or a fund, debt fund, wherein you are just withdrawing every month and you are getting a return. So the best example to take for this is balance advantage funds,
Yes.
or maybe asset allocator funds also.
Balance advantage equity funds would be good. Should be good.
So date, I wrote once to date, and maybe once in a month. Investment amount,
Say
let's
50
say 10 lakh.
lakhs. 10 lakhs.
Withdrawal 7,000. Lump sum investment date 01, 01, 2016. And it's good to start 01, 01, 2017, maybe 1 year later. And then
Today.
so once you search, you get this particular fund. Okay. There is the reporting format will change a little bit, but let's say you have invested this much amount and the scheme is like this, and the total withdrawal has been like around 6,23,000 in last few years. Okay, and the scheme has generated 11% return. So this way, this is for the first one, and the second one is this is the category, and anyway, this is systematic withdrawal plan, the details and all. So all these things, once it comes to you, and still the fund value is also more than current value is also gone up, which is it has become 10 lakh, has become 14 lakhs, and you have already withdrawn this much. So the idea is a client understand that this has been the reality check for one of the funds. And similarly, other funds can also do, and he can make a retirement plan. So this way, there are quite a number of calculators which is there. And these number of calculators will continue to grow. Currently, we have 11 such, and many, many more will be added. It all depends on how many, what positioning you do. Say if you are doing for asset allocation or retirement planning. Okay, so like simple way, you can just play around and just do it. I know whatever the thing is there, and you just get a return. And you get something in front of you, and you create a good PDF report with your branding and all, and you share it with your clients and investors. Top performing SIPs, let's take it. So, in which category you want to share? Let's say mid cap category, and here you write the installment amount, and maybe you write here. And these way, certain things keep coming. I'll share some of the reports also while we do it. So there are two versions of this. Okay, so this is our old version. The new version will be there. So in this old version also now you have the same format. So that's the new version which I shared with you. Will be there very soon. So the look and feel of the newer version is little better. Here you get the same report, but here no, and here you can just download in form of Excel and PDF also, and you have all the comparison and all everything. So same way, this all so many calculators and stuff like that. So this is what is there, and while we take it forward, I would just share with you. Any questions so far in understanding? Isn't it easy to do all these things like very, very fast? Or do you think it is not so easy to do? Any comments, any ideas on this? Anyone would like to tell something? Any questions so far?
Sir, can we do the or create the client proposal?
Repeat your question, please.
Client proposal. Can we create client proposal? Yes.
What is the client proposal?
Investors detail and proposal for SIPs and percentage 12%, 15% consideration. Whatever.
That we did know that's the financial plan which you need to make. See, this is the data, which is exact data of a particular thing. And now if you want to do the planning, then there is a one-page financial plan is there, and also we shared with you this part also.
So calculators is not opening on a mobile app?
Calculators opening हो जाएगा mobile app में. अभी नहीं है sir. By next week that will be done. These calculators will open. So there is one more part in the calculator. Okay, and I'll share it again. Yes, this one, financial planning calculator. The overall, this is human life value for insurance coverage and all what has to be done. But this is one plan wherein depending on what is the amount you want and what is the return you are looking for, and what is the per annum return you are expecting, what is the inflation, all these things which you could know. It is just like thing, and finally you get a particular, once you search, you get all the details over here. And this is there in one sheet, and then also in a form of a, and then you can just get this in a beautiful PDF with your branding and all and share it. So this is also there. I also wanted to share with you what is all which is available, so that no, you become a little more aware about whatever the things and the offerings which is there. Many a times, so we just see what I'm just sharing with you. Many of you may have seen this. So this is what I think is the mutual fund analysis tool. Usually, there are various mutual fund analysis tool which is available between the range of 45,000 to 90,000 rupees or various companies. So this is available to you right now. This is available. See, ours is much lesser. So for the 7 days, you just explore it and see. Equity analysis tool, I have not shared it today. But this can also be required for some of your clients, wherein some of the clients want to know about which equity, which funds, or which stock, what is their fundamental and fit. So basic report, basic understanding you can share. One page financial planning I shared with you. And for all the calculators, there is a training session. There is a master class, how to use all these things, plus certain other things which is required. Okay. So these are the calculators, tax certification, and the master classes. So all of them together makes it like 82,000 rupees for the whole membership. But don't worry, this is not that you have to pay. And fifth conference, which we do, actually is one of the most unique and elite conferences of India, wherein only 400 participants are there. And it's a residential conference for 3 days, wherein you meet, you collaborate, you talk with people, and learn a lot of things. And you land up coming up with your energy at a level where you really can do a lot good to yourself. So totally, this should be a budget for a mutual fund distributor to so that he is doing whatever is required as far as learning thing is concerned. But for all of you here, actually you are paying only 25,300 rupees. This is for the residential conference at Hyatt Gurugram. Okay, so this is a conference which is going to happen. I will share the details with you. So actually you are paying for this and you are getting the whole thing as a complimentary for 1 year. Use it, experience it, and grow your business. So this is again, I'm not sharing the details of this particular conference. So this is the conference which is going to happen, which if you attend, you are anyway becoming a FFF Pro member. What can be a good way to be a part of a community, be a Pro member, also attend a full 3-day residential conference, and also use all these tools, softwares, master classes, certification program for the whole year. I think this becomes the whole composite thing which is required for you to grow in this particular business. Welcome everyone to Delhi. We have some of our friends in this group who are also there. So I'm not talking about various other games and certain other things available to all of us. We will have a separate session where each and every game can be used as an enabler, as a client acquisition tool, as a master class, which you can do it with investors, with student groups, and various other entities. So with this, I have done my presentation. So if there is some question on the same thing, whatever I have done today, we all can ask. And as promised, I have done everything in 40 minutes. So we have 5 minutes of question and answer. So we have Pawan Giri. If you have some question, please do ask.
Thanks, Mr. Jain, for your insight. I'm Ritu Ghavri, Pawanji's wife. I wanted to know, as most of us have received the due diligence requirements, what is your advice on that?
I think the same question is there in all the groups these days. So when that is the requirement, you have to do it. We will be organizing a master class on that this in the month, later part of this month only. So there is something called Beyond Classroom. Okay, Beyond Classroom series 18 will start now, which will have all this, whatever is required for the back office, which includes due diligence, which includes the CRM softwares, which includes the task, how your team and you should be doing so that your backend becomes stronger and stronger. So the next series, which is coming up, which will be announced in all our groups, whoever is there. I'm sure each one of you is a part of some or other FFF group. If you are there, you will get the information. We will also try to share the same thing on email also, so that when this series is happening, which is happening most of the Thursdays actually, so you will see that FFF is doing something or the other every Thursday at 5 o'clock. So once you attend that, I think we will have some experts who have actually created everything. So if I tell you something, maybe one or two things I will be able to tell you right now. But it is structurally, the workshop is made in such a way that in 45, 50 minutes, you will understand most of the things and you will have everything in one go and you will be able to just do it. So I think that's the better way to do things than just maybe answering things. You will have to do it, that is for sure. आप इस चीज से भाग भी नहीं सकते हो और भागना भी नहीं चाहिए, but डरने की बात नहीं है. This is nothing to fear. It is not a audit or like no or a comptroller, an auditor general of India coming to audit. These are the people who just come and see, and this is all there to help you so that we all are prepared before the actual laws come.
But they said by the end of the month, they will be telling us the date when they will come for these compliances.
Yes.
So how much time do we have for that?
The idea is whatever is rare, no, you write correctly, genuinely, all these questions. But
Okay.
sometimes, no, people, I'll give you one example. A lot of people say there are options. Have you given advice to your client? Yes or no? If people say no, which means like client is coming to you and they are just telling and you are making them invest. But we all have the right, a mutual fund distributor has the right to give incidental advice. Okay.
Okay.
That is the reason we are doing all this ratio analysis and all. So when you are sitting with a client, you are doing the sustainability matrix, which is absolutely okay. It's not a financial plan. When you are doing this ratio analysis and sharing the whole thing with an investor, and that is the incidental advice you are giving, and from there he is choosing. So from your side, things are becoming less riskier. That this is, he is aware that he is out of these all the small cap funds or the mid cap funds, he is selecting this, he is doing that. So, and all these things in a form of a confirmation or email or a written document, if you are keeping, everything is fine. And as long as your client is happy with you, everything is fine. But in case, to be on a very, very safe side, you should have all these things done, as I have just shared with you, the sustainability matrix, the ratio analysis thing, and finally, email or a letter or a receipt from the client that they've understood and then only invested. I know that we all are not doing. So if you are not doing, it's okay. The idea is to do it before the actual law comes into. That's my understanding. We will have a special session for that. So very soon we will announce within this month.
Thanks. Yeah, thanks.
Any other questions on what we have done? Interesting. So one more thing, I'll just. We are also sharing the link of. You can actually go and use the FFF Pro things for next 7 days and experience it, do the ratio analysis and all. And again, to be an FFF Pro for next 1 year and come to the conference, my colleague Nishant is sharing the link in the group only. Just have a look at it. Yes, masterclass, all details will be shared. So this is the Razorpay link which is shared for the 1 year FFF Pro and also the conference. So you all can click on it and register and be a part of it. This is going to be a phenomenon. So some of the people in this room, they are brand ambassadors Yasji Daruwala, Rahul, Rajiv Lochan, and so many of us, Krishna Kunda, many of us. So maybe no, you can share why people should be FFF Pro or they should come to the conference. If in one line or two lines, if you can share. Any of you? And if you are interested to know certain other things, you can just share your phone number. Nishant from our team or Tushar will call you and you can get more details on that if you want to take it further. You can just share your number in the WhatsApp. We can, because we have not taken any number, any email address from any one of you. We have just directly joined. So we are not having any connect. So we will not be able to connect with you until and unless you want us to connect. That's it. So anyone is willing, Nishant can call you. And Nishant, you can share your number also. So Nishant is also sharing his number. You can call him if you wish to, or you can also do that. Ghanshyamji, Rajivji, anything you would like to share? So actually, Nishant is sharing all the data from ID, which is it's written Nishant now. Okay. Anything anybody would like to add to this? Rajivji, Yasdi, Ghanshyamji, Kunda Krishna. Use them. All of you can actually get an access to all these stuff. The idea is हम लोग जितना यूज करेंगे उतना ही फायदा हमें भी होगा और हमारे इन्वेस्टर्स को भी होगा. तो फाइनली देखिए फायदा इन्वेस्टर्स का ही है क्योंकि हम उन्हें बहुत चीजें सरल तरीके से अच्छे तरीके से एक सुचारू रूप में उनके संग शेयर कर पा रहे हैं. और ये सारी की सारी चीजें जितनी सरलता से उनको दिखेगी और वो समझ पाएंगे उतने ज्यादा ही वो कन्विंस्ड रहेंगे हमारे संग ज्यादा से ज्यादा बिजनेस करने के लिए. तो ये कोई सेलिंग स्किल्स का टूल नहीं है, हाई पिच सेल्स का कोई स्टफ नहीं है, बट एक ऐसा तरीका है बिकॉज ऑफ विच योर क्लाइंट्स आर मोर विथ यू एंड दे see that yes there is a lot of value and I should be with this particular person. So ये वही तरीके हैं and nothing more than that. So more and more if we use them and they are very easy to use and it takes few minutes only and you can just have them on the home screen of your mobile also and create a mutual fund analysis and all these things. These calculators, they are not on your mobile screen. They cannot be done. We will be doing that. By next week, you will have them on your mobile screen also. Currently, you can do them only on your laptop. So that is only for the calculators. But mutual fund analysis, financial planning, rest of the things you can actually do it right now. So do it. But when you are on your move, when you are in a car, when you are in a train or wherever you are, you can actually do if you wish to while you are talking with an investor, you want to share which flexi cap fund is good, you just select and give your suggestion and share it with your investor. So that no, and immediately then from your team, somebody shares a link with the client and he invests. So this is the way how things can become very, very fast. Otherwise, एक client के पास बैठना, समझाना, convince करना, that's there. So here, you know, especially with the mid-segment clients, this works very, very well. And in majority of the people, आपने उनको just बताया and you have given them valid reasons that these are the 3-4 funds amongst the 40-50 funds which is available. तो आपने 40 में से 3 निकाल के दे दिया, 3 में you and your client just decide because again it's a not a advice but a incidental advice which you are giving and this is more convincing.
Hi, Connect. I have one question. I'm Shekhar.
Yes, please.
I find this scalability, sustainability matrix of something like financial planning tool of one page is of very, very good. Quite impressed. Now I want to subscribe only for using the tools, not for attending the conference for some reason. If I want to do that, what would be the fee for that?
Sir, the whole fees for FFF Pro is 82,000 and the conference is 1,14,000. This is all 25,300 is only for the whole year you see out the conference or whatever. It is all together. So that's there. So one more option can be done. If you don't want to attend, you can get a non-residential booking done. With that also you get the FFF Pro membership. That is 18,000 plus GST. So which will get the whole year's thing. And you can attend the conference also in Delhi if you are, but it's non-residential. So it's good to be there. And if possible, see 27 to 29, that's a residential. You have to just come to Delhi and be there in the hotel and everything is taken care of. And the energy sharing, the learning at the conference will be phenomenal. I can assure you, all those people who have come for the conference once, they can tell you that the next year the assets under management, not because of the market, but in actual terms, it should double. Because it's again the interaction which happens, the energy and the sharing with not only the speakers or from speakers from management institutions or the fund managers who are coming. Not only that, but also in a different. But again, I agree with you. If you only want to go for that, that's also available. You can go for a non-residential registration, which is also there. Shekhar, and you can actually connect with Nishant. He will guide you. Or if you can just share your number with Nishant or with me on the personal chat, we can connect, share with you.
Thank you.
Thank you so much. Anyone else? Any other question? And these tools and all are continuously we are adding to it. And the master classes, so be the part of the whole community and the group so that as and when whatever is required, like currently we are doing this back office thing, the due diligence part, whatever is required, how you can do the task management with your employees, how you can use certain CRMs and all. So and after this, we will have certain other sessions in the next series, which is there. So whatever is required for the MFD community, we try and do it maybe 1 month later or 1 month before. But the idea is let's do all those things, whatever is required. And the recording is also available on your dashboard so that you can actually use the same. Great. Anyone else? Any comments? Anything else would like to share? Otherwise, we are done for the day. Thank you so much for being the part of this session. I'm sure things will help you in some or other way. There are a lot of creative stuff also, which is also created. Maybe in the next meeting, we will share how we can be more creative in doing certain things, which we are doing with our investors. For today, that's it. Thank you. Any other questions? Rupa, Srinivasan, or Mr. Kets, Kets. Expert, Tushar, Partha. Okay, good. Any other questions? पूछ सकते हैं? नहीं तो we are done for the day. So, can we talk कि अपना